Hey everybody, welcome back to the video. Now, quick update, very sorry about my lack of uploads last 2 weeks or so, week and a half at least anyway. I've had a lot going on recently, just with family and work, bits and bobs, but I should be back now for the foreseeable future, so just a very brief apology. Anyway, without wasting your time anymore, Litecoin. Want to have a look at the halving today, just see what happened. I want to have a look at the halving today. Today is August 3rd, halving took place yesterday. So if we actually, this is just the general overlook, I'll give you a quick view. If we have a look on the hourly chart, we'll have a deep focus on the actual halving itself. Let's go from the second, which is here, this peak, all the way down to the third. We see that basically throughout the whole day, we just had poor price action. And now when we looked at the previous two halvings, we saw that the first one was a big sell-off, and we saw that the second one had a pump, but was ultimately a big sell-off. And I said, ultimately, I think we will have bad price action. And I said also that after the halving, we will just have poor price action. And this is what's taken place over the halving. So, you know, we were right in that sense where the halving would be, although it's good news technically for Litecoin, it's bad news for its price. So, and afterwards we did say that we expect to see a lot of downward price action for Litecoin. And we can see even the day after we've broken down below this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, which is a bit worrying. We'll zoom back out to the daily now, just to show you the whole picture, and I want to show you something else from a previous cycle, which is very interesting. The last time we broke below this sort of Fibonacci was, you know, over a year and a half ago, and we've only come up a few times since then, not really for very long each time, and now we've broken down below. So whether we see a dip below like this, or we see a long sustained period of time, I'm going to let you make that decision, but I want you to know all the information. So if we go back to the previous cycle, and I've drawn this Fibonacci retracement, it's from the exact same time frame. We see April to November. This is beginning of December, basically the same time. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys this because it is dead interesting. As we can see, from roughly the same time in April, we had a pump and a peak. This is what we see here. If we brought this back a few days, it would be basically identical. Pump and a peak. So peak of 2018 April, we have a peak. I've said peak like 10 times now. And then we drop down below harshly, like really harshly. Like we come down almost 86% over 2/3 of a year. And it's even shorter in this one, it appears anyway. Yeah, we come down, okay, harsher but shorter. We come down 70% in 80 days, so 3 months roughly. And then we sit at this level for a long time, and we touch the bottom of the Fibonacci, because obviously that's where it's sort of drawn from. I'll actually make this slightly more accurate like that. Sorry, excuse me. We see that we touch this red, we spend a little bit of time down there, over here sort of thing, and then we slowly come back up. And in this case, we jumped up through the yellow, came back down and back up. Here we sort of did the same thing, which is very interesting. And then the main difference this time is we've had this big build-up in our last cycle, whereas this one, we haven't really pushed to the highs as much as we would have liked. But interestingly, we had these peaks to the blue where we retested the sort of level where we dropped down to at the same time, which was June. You see, July 2nd here, June 21st here. So very similar times, and that's obviously to do with the halving, because if I'm not mistaken, it was August when the halving happened in 2019, but I can't remember what date. I have a feeling it was, it could have been this one here where we see this big jump up, the 5th of August. That's my bad, guys. I should know that. but I'm pretty sure it was because we had positive price action last cycle for the halving. But as you can see afterwards, we just, you know, bled longer and longer and longer. You know, it wasn't good. Basically, you can see after this halving, it just went down, you know. And sadly, I'm on Coinbase, so I can't show you the halving before that. But it's basically not been good news for Litecoin. And as we can see here, we can see it's basically following the same pattern, where it hits the blue. It, you know, basically tops up at the Fibonacci as high as it can go, or, you know, the highest it has gone, and then it's just pain from there on. And we see it even comes down back to this sort of low here, where it even tests this price range, which was $32 last time. Now whether we see it go low again like that, here it was slightly above. Not that it's going to play out the same way, but it might follow the same macro trend. If it does, we could see Litecoin break below $50 again. I think that's quite possible, and that's what we have been saying on this channel since we started making videos about Litecoin. We expect to see basically more pain for Litecoin, like the rest of the altcoin market, for, you know, the next year at least, I would say. And we can sort of use past performance to figure this out. You know, 2019, and we see if we jump a year later, August 19, we're well below, and we spent most of our time way below. Do I think this will happen again? Yes, but of course, I can't predict the future, and I have no clue realistically where Litecoin will go. I cannot say anything for certainty, and nobody can, so you shouldn't listen to anybody that tells you this coin is going up, this coin is going down. Anyway, just a quicker video today, guys. I wanted to get this video out before the Litecoin halving, but just with things happening, I wasn't able. So sorry about that, guys. Hope you're doing well. I hope you shorted Litecoin anyway. I actually took that trade, just a very low leverage, just in case. So my liquidation price was, you know, very high up, and, you know, I made a good bit of cash anyway. So yeah, thanks very much, guys. Appreciate you watching. Take care, and yeah, peace.